in this country with the change in Congress. With that, we could open it up for questions. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Speaker McCarthy. With this event, I would be remiss if I didn't ask, why have you not put forth a select committee to investigate the 2020 riots? Do you plan to do so, especially given the more than $1 billion in damage and the likelihood of future riots? And my second question is, what was your reaction to the CNN town hall with former President Trump last night, where he said he would be fine with the country defaulting, denied that he lost the 2020 election, mocked E. Jean Carroll, and wouldn't say whether he'd support Ukraine, and call Putin a war criminal?
Well, let me take your two questions, and as we're talking about national law enforcement. The first one is we will investigate that through committees. We have committees that can do that in the process of making sure within the riots. With the town hall meeting, the one thing, as many of you know, as we sit here today, Title 42 is going to be lifted on the border. 11,000 people came across yesterday, set a new record. 4.5 million have come across since President Biden has taken office. When he's lifted the actions of the last administration and the administration before that. We've watched fentanyl rise, killing our youth, being the #1 killer of those between the ages of 18 and 45. We watched just in the month of February of this year, more people were caught on the terrorist watch list in 1 month than were caught in the entire 4 years of the last administration. Just as this President Biden would ignore the problems of the debt ceiling, of the border, this conference has not. We raised the debt ceiling, but also curved the rise of inflation. We've watched the inflation Democrats spend $6 trillion and harm every single family. For those in uniform who come home and their paycheck does not go as far, but they still risk their lives because the inflation Democrats have brought it here. We believe there's a better way to do it, to bring common sense and responsibility to how our budget is raised. Also today, we will pass on the floor the strongest border security this country has ever seen. We are the most generous nation in the world. 1 million new Americans will be sworn in this year. Same thing as next year or not. We believe in legal immigration. We believe the strength of this nation is the rule of law. But when you break the rule of law, you break down society. We've watched it time and again when they wouldn't uphold the law and these liberal judges and liberal movements in Congress. We believe in changing all that. We will not ignore the tough issues that this country has. We will study them, we'll propose, and we'll give solutions, just as we will today. Next question, yes.
Democrats